What does spring hold for the vast expanses of Canada? Well, brace yourself for a topsy-turvy ride as the Weather Network's spring forecast predicts a season of extremes, from thunderstorms and tornadoes to snowstorms. Starting from the west, Western Canada, you're in for slightly cooler temperatures. The chill might linger a bit longer this year, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's a perfect excuse for one more cup of hot cocoa before the spring sun takes over. Meanwhile, in southern Ontario and Quebec, prepare for a wet spring with intense storm systems. Keep those rain boots and umbrellas handy because Mother Nature has a few surprises in store. It's going to be a season of puddle jumping and the fresh scent of rain-soaked earth. Now, let's not forget about Ontario, British Columbia, and Atlantic Canada. These regions face a heightened risk of floods. It's a time to be cautious, but also a time to marvel at the power and unpredictability of nature. Moving on to the prairies, expect cooler temperatures in March and April, but don't worry, things will warm up come May. The late arrival of warmth is just Mother Nature's way of building anticipation for the blooming flowers and green fields that are synonymous with spring in the prairies. Climate change has certainly left its mark, with Canadian springs warming by about 2 degrees since 1948. This subtle shift in temperature has and will continue to impact the annual spring forecast. There are also early signs of a hot, dry summer in U.S. agricultural regions. This could potentially impact the southern Canadian prairies. The forecast emphasizes the importance of moisture in the latter half of spring, so keep an eye on those rainfall predictions. In summary, Canada's spring season is set to be a roller coaster of weather patterns. From the cool west to the wet south, the flood-prone regions of Ontario, British Columbia, and Atlantic Canada, to the late-blooming prairies. It's a season of change, unpredictability, and natural wonder. Stay tuned for updates, and remember, every season brings with it a unique charm. So, whether it's a lingering winter chill, a sudden spring storm, or a late burst of warmth, embrace the season. After all, spring in Canada is a sight to behold.